And I have passionately discussed this topic with my friends a lot about these idol agencies in Asia, specifically in South Korea and Japan, and how they're just a powerful force in the music industry, and how they do human rights violations, and they overwork their artists, they control the image very much. A lot of shadiness goes on behind the scenes. They're not treating their employees right, that type of deal. And right now, Chris, a member from EXO, is suing SME Entertainment, which is an entertainment label from South Korea, one of the biggest idol factory type record labels in South Korea, because they're very powerful. They have control, they have government connections, they have television connections. They're a big deal in South Korea, and then they have branches in Japan and China and everything. They're very powerful. So it is a big deal when an artist comes out and just like, I'm suing you because you violated my health, my human rights, everything. I can't have a life. But this is not the first time SM has been in a scandal. They are constantly being sued and accused of human rights violations. Don't really like that record label. Like, I like some of the artists that they produced over the years and like dished out to me, but I feel so uncomfortable when I support an SM artist because I know that they're most likely probably not even happy, and it's just like, I'd rather watch an artist perform on stage that's actually happy because you can feel it. But anyway, H.O.T was was SM's, I think SM's first boy band. huge in the 90s, very successful. But I guess after like 5-6 years, two members, Moon Hee Jun and Kangta, obviously were getting special treatment, getting paid more. There was a contract dispute between all the members. 3 members wanted out of the label and the group because there was some unfair shadiness going on, and the other 2 members are like, they wanted to stay. So the other 3, they were gone from SM for the unfair treatment. They made up their own 3 unit called JTL. All the H.O.T fans were distraught and heartbroken. So you got JTL supporters, and they had moderate success, but it wasn't as big as when all 5 of them were together for H.O.T. So that was like one of the first big scandals that SM had, and the whole fan base just went crazy. Then they tried to make another boy group to match H.O.T's success, Blackbeat, but that didn't work. Shinhwa, another successful boy band from SM, their 6-year, their contract was coming to an end. There was some, I'm thinking there's a lot of different rumors of how and why Shinhwa left. Like, a lot of things culminated, and they probably wanted more creative freedom. They wanted to be together. There was probably special treatment going on, because it was something that Eric, the leader, said about they were offered these contracts, but they weren't equal, and it was just weird. And there's another rumor that SM wanted to rotate members and put 3 new members and keep 3 here, and have there's all these crazy rumors. So Shinhwa, who really genuinely liked each other as a group, got together and just said, let's leave this record label, let's go to a different record label. They were just the brotherhood, and Eric had to beg for the Shinhwa name to keep their name, so he paid a lot with his savings to buy the name Shinhwa, so him and his boys can continue on. Shinhwa left, but Shinhwa has a more happy ending from SM. So anyway, then we have DBSK, that boy group, the most famous scandal, because 3 members from DBSK wanted to file a lawsuit. They filed the lawsuit, a case of human rights violation mistreatment, slave contracts. They're like, we signed a 13-year contract, it's unfair, we practically have no life, our health is at stake, our mental health is at stake, physical health, everything. It was crazy, it was huge, it divided the fan base, the company was just looked at in a totally negative way. Things start coming out, the other two members are deciding to stay. They blacklisted JYJ. So DBSK was a H.O.T in a sense. It was like deja vu for me. I was just like, this is another H.O.T happening with DBSK, because you got 3 members, it's just what, and the other 2 members are just chilling and just not being by the other 3 members' side, or like there was something happening between those 2 personally. But the other 2 seemed fine with SM controlling their life. The other was like, heck no, and they left. They made JYJ similar to JTL with the whole H.O.T thing. They had moderate success. They're still together, but they had to go through obstacles because SM is so powerful. They blacklisted JYJ could not barely be on any Korean programs because everyone had like connections with SM, and it's so crazy. SM is such a controlling, shady record label, and I just don't like that. I feel so, it's just disgusting to me. Like, what happened to free will over there? It's all about business, money, and power. SM has it. Oh, and then the Han Ging, or Henry, I'm sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, the Chinese member from Super Junior, and he leaves Super Junior because of racism, discrimination or racism, health. He was sick. They didn't give a crap. They don't care if you're sick. They overwork you in that label. Everything. He has kidney problems. He left, he won, and he ain't going back. He's so successful now in China, but he was just all types of, his lawsuit was terrible. It was just like, what kind of record label? All this glitz and glamour and that, the smiles on their faces, but it's like working in a hellhole. They need to go back to their beginnings when they had 5-year to 6-year contracts or 4-year contracts, because their 13 to 20-year contracts are inhumane, personally, to me, because a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old trainee that signs that contract, they're not going to have the same mindset and the goals in like 6 to 7 years. They really need to think about that, because I feel like a person is still growing and changing on who they want to be. And you darn well know that the 16-year-old is not going to have the same goal and vision at 25 years old or 21 years old. When you hit your 20s, you're starting to find yourself. So why are they putting these kids, these teenager trainees, to sign these crazy contracts? They're signing their life away. The parents need to be by these teenagers' side and be like, are you freaking sure that you want to be in this company for 10 years? Like, you didn't even finish high school yet. You didn't even try college. They really need to stop getting these young, gullible, I want to be an idol so bad, because that's what I think. SM is getting some gullible young teenagers, and they need to stop, because that's why their butts is always getting sued for like violating and ruining lives. Powerful company, has all this money, is making money, international money as well. You cannot hire security and bodyguards. Why is the manager acting like a bodyguard? They weren't trained. That's dangerous. They're stalker fans. Get security for the stalker fans. You got all this money to make thousands of like these expensive Michael Jackson type music videos. Like, these music videos are like on a level of Michael Jackson videos, and you can't hire proper security for these young men and women in your record label. You have all this money and power, but you're so selfish. That's why they're always getting injured in airports, accidents. Regular fans are getting injured. How the heck? And like Sashing fans, the stalker fans, they have money and power, so they can get through apartments because they're paying off the security. You don't have like laws against these types of people, because that's dangerous, that's scary, and they all should be in jail. And it's just disgusting how this powerful idol company, and I'm not going to just say them, but other companies that don't have proper security for their idols in South Korea, that's inhumane and disgusting. And the government is just sitting back, like, because they are getting paid to shut up. I swear, it's a corruption in music industry record label. Why does this record label insist on overworking? They treat their employees, the people they hire to be the stars of their record label, their image of their record label, they treat them like robots. They don't care. It's all about the money. So I just have a thing with robot treatment, human rights violation, health. How you going to be yanking people out the hospital to perform, get to this award show, I don't care. That was another story with one of the Chinese member from Super Junior. The whole hospital storyline, like, you gotta do your research. It's crazy. People need to do their research. SM Entertainment has been headlining with their crazy slave contracts, their inhumane, their whole thing, and it's just like people stay auditioning for this record label and not doing proper research. Do they read the contracts before they sign it? Are they stupid? What's going on? Do you not see the SMs on, like, them on TV? There's someone suing the crap out of them because they're not treating them like human beings, and you still want to audition. I still want to be an idol. I want to be in SM Entertainment. A lot of these American K-pop fans want to audition for SM, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you not see the treatment and how they treat the Chinese workers that they have? Like, so far, the guy from Super Junior and then Chris from EXO, if you ain't full blood, you're getting treated differently. I don't care what anyone says, and that goes for any other record label in Korea, because if you are not full blood, there's going to be a little bit of a different treatment. It's just like, you want to have no life. You don't want to see your family. You want to be sick. You want to be anorexic. You want to be told what to say in interviews. You want to be so fake on these talk show reality shows. You want to be stalked. You want to be harassed. You want to be sexually violated by Sashing fans 24/7 because they have no decency to give their idols security, bodyguards. You're money to them. You're a pawn to SM, and it's depressing. This is the reason I don't buy. I'm against them, and I don't buy anything from SM. The last time I gave that record label loyalties, I'm going to be super honest, was SHINee's 2008 first album. That was the last time I gave them my money. Previously, before SHINee, I was like buying Shinhwa merchandise because Shinhwa was with SM. I'm glad Shinhwa left. They don't deserve them. SM doesn't deserve Shinhwa. I download the crap out of everything that SM does. I'm a Boa fan. Boa new album, I'm downloaded. I'm sorry, Boa. I like SHINee. Some of their stuff, download. It's just, I'm not giving this record label. They violate human rights. I'm not giving you money. You're crazy. The SM Entertainment is crazy. They don't learn from their mistakes either. All this happening, you think they would treat their workers better. They're not. These workers, fainting on, like, what's that, FX, that girl fainting on stage? Oh, I bet you they don't eat. They get 2 hours of sleep. DBSK members, JYJ mentioned the lack of sleep. They were just unhappy. It's just like, I don't want to watch a reality show and there's bags under your eyes. You look like you're about to faint and pass out. And it's just, I understand where Chris is coming from with this lawsuit, and it's just, and then I understand that of the 11 members being blindsided, but it's just like, there could be more problems within. Like, it could be more EXO members unhappy, but they decided to bite their tongue and just be like, whatever. Chris was brave enough to just stand up and get it and say, heck no, I'm not doing this. You're like my life. This is my life, my mental, my physical state, my mind, So he had the courage. He was brave enough. And best of luck to him. I want him happy and I want him healthy. I don't care about the money. I don't care about whatever. I want the rest of the other people under this record label to be happy. And I don't think SM is putting everything in a contract, because people still signing their life away for some odd reason. They must be making it really fake, because I think SM is still violating their rights and still remixing their contract and make it look like sunshine and daisies when it's not sunshine and daisies to some 14-year-old and the gullible mother who's sitting next to her 14-year-old signing the contract. Take my child practically, make him unhappy. All these Korean youngins, Japanese young, even in the Japanese industry there's corruption. But for SM, all these idol finish school and take some classes in college, didn't consider being a darn pop idol. Everyone avoid SM until they get their act together, because I would not want to send my child to, no, like, everyone needs to be careful. Do research, like deeper research. Walk in that building, not in the building. Talk to people that used to work there. Ex-singers, old singers, people that was hairstylists, that used to be hairstylists. That's the only way to get more like the truth. Don't talk to no one that currently works there, because they might lie and they will get fired if they say the real crap. There's mistreatment in that record label, SM. Mistreatment, probably physical treatment, because this is a different culture, so they can hit people. Shinhwa mentioned about some punishments, by the way. So, and DBSK, they mention about physical punishment. So I don't like them. Download their stuff if you want to protest against SM. I'm telling you, bootleg and download, because you're giving them royalties. You're saying I hate you, but you're buying a special edition of Girls' Generation and Super Junior albums. You need to really protest and be like, I'm not buying your crap. That's why they're so powerful. People giving out the money, and they're like, money machines, keep on making. I don't care about your health and your sanity. Woo! I'm very concerned with SHINee. They're probably us biting their tongue on some things, but they worked very hard. But they look exhausted in their second year of being in that record. I was concerned. I was just like, well, are y'all sleeping? Sorry, my opinion is SM is evil, and they don't get money from me. And this is my 2 cents on SM Entertainment. I don't like them, and if they see this and any other people, I don't like you, SM. That's all I have to say about that. My opinion. If you agree, if you disagree. Good luck with Chris from EXO. I really did like him. Very intelligent man. Good leader. I wish him the best. And I just wish people be more careful, be cautious of this record label. Foreigner, American, Europeans, Chinese, Japanese, be careful of signing to SM. There's obviously special treatment going on, and favoritisms, and possible discrimination. It's sad. Everything is sad. I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of hearing about the, like, I want to enjoy the, I love indie music from Korea, but I like the pop music, and I'm tired of this label just being in the way. Too powerful for their own good, because they think they can get away with stuff. I don't like that. That's why I don't like them. They're evil. That's my 2 cents. Peace out.